statistical data for all hate crimes since 2017, disaggregated by grounds for discrimination, including sexual orientation and gender identity. I'll stop here. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Gracias. Ofrezco la palabra al señor Tuzmu Kamedov.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ambassador Solomon, greetings to you and your team. Mr. Ambassador, this committee usually raises the issue of death penalty whenever we have a dialogue with retentionist countries, so-called retentionist states. Cameroon is a retentionist state, although we are aware that there is no universal international legal norm which prohibits the death penalty. Suffice it to say that the second optional protocol to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights has currently 91 states parties, which is less than half the membership of the United Nations. Of 55 member states of the African Union, only 5 have joined that optional protocol. And yet, Cameroon has had a de facto moratorium on death penalty. Please explain whether this moratorium covers both sentencing and executions. If it only applies to executions, how many death sentences have been handed down during the period since submission of the report, which amounts to 2 years? And what were the charges? Are all capital offenses confined to the criminal code, or you would find capital offenses in other laws of Cameroon? How many condemned inmates remain on the death row? And how many have been released during the same period of 2 years, 10 months? And what was the precursor of that release? Was it the commutation or pardon by the presidential decree? And also, how many commutation or pardon decrees has the president signed? Again, within the same period. Let's limit ourselves to 2 years, 10-month period. Probably that would be all. We know that a Cameroonian delegation at the United Nations General Assembly has consistently abstained while during voting on the resolution on the moratorium on the death penalty. And Mr. Ambassador, you should be aware that on your left is one of the driving forces behind that resolution. And finally, on the personal note, I should add that while at the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, I shared the bench in one case with a distinguished member of legal profession, your compatriot, Judge, now I believe Justice, Florence Rita Ray. We disagreed. And you know what? We disagreed on the harshness of sentence. I advocated a milder sentence. Thank you.
Gracias. ¿Algún otro miembro desea intervenir? Creo que no es el caso. Como podrá usted apreciar, señor embajador, son muchas cuestiones que han sido planteadas y le sugiero que tengamos un receso de unos 15, 20 minutos para que ustedes puedan organizar sus primeras respuestas. Tendrán obviamente el día de mañana para...
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for watching. We just saw the United Nations Committee on Human Rights. They were grilling the Cameroon ambassador and the Cameroon government on the atrocities that they have been committing on the people of Ambazonia and the other human rights abuses along the years. It is very, very clear that when you commit crimes, especially crimes against humanity, those crimes don't go away. Even if after 10 years, even if after 100 years, they will still investigate those crimes. That's what we have been saying. So no matter how La Republic run away from real investigation, or run away from negotiation, or run away from real talk with the people of Ambazonia, the international community can still pursue them, and there will be consequences for their action. If you listen to this short investigation, this is the United Nations Human Rights Committee. They are in charge of torture. So there are different committees inside the United Nations. Okay, this one is specific for torture. So these are the questions that they are asking the Cameroon government of atrocities that the international media, international organization have recorded, like International Human Rights Watch, like Amnesty International, like different organizations that have been watching this war between Cameroon and Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. You've heard the questions. They have asked more than 100 questions to Cameroon government, and the United Nations want answers. This is just the start. This is the first committee that is dragging Cameroon to the United Nations. So the other committee have their own investigation going on. Okay, the United Nations has so many different committees. This is just on torture. It means that all cases of torture, this committee is the one that is going to go through them step by step, one after the other. When I listened to the first lady was asking series of questions. They want to know why Cameroon police, Cameroon gendarmes are arresting people without trial, arresting people without warrant of arrest. They will go and arrest you, then they put you incommunicado. It means that they don't even have time that they can lock you. There's no law. The laws are there, no doubt. But they don't use the laws. They don't implement the laws according to the books. They are above the law. The gendarmes can arrest you without warrant. The gendarmes can torture you. The police can arrest you. The government officials can arrest you and lock you up without any justification. That is how the government is run. But this committee has dragged them, because when we told you that La Republic has run away from Switzerland negotiation, they ran away from Canada negotiation, okay, and they went and do their thing they call grand national dialogue, or what kind of name they want to give. But they understood that they are the one illegally occupying Ambazonia, and any crime that is being committed on Ambazonian land is as a result of La Republic occupation. So somebody will say, what about the crime that these people commit? What about the crime that yes, we understand. They have this committee will investigate all crimes, okay, and they will put all crimes to the table. For justice to be served, you must come with clean hands. There is no justice that you can tell me that they'll let it go. This committee will find out why the Cameroon government is arresting the Ambazonian leaders, why the Cameroon government did not compensate them, why after the Nigerian High Court passed the judgment that they should release them, they did not release them. This is the job these people are doing now. And this is just the start of a long trial. Because when you see this happening, know that the United Nations is starting coming. They will not come like that. Oh, liberate Ambazonia. That's not how they will do. They start like this gradually. They start gradually, and when I listen to that lady, the lady say access to investigation. It means that before, the Cameroon government did not allow people to go to Cameroon and do investigation in certain areas. When the Cameroon government committed murder in different areas, in Gabu, they did not allow foreign investigators to go to Ngabu. When they come to Cameroon, they will keep them in Yaoundé, fool them, and cajole them. Then they will stay in Yaoundé. They show them some investigation, that some naked papers that they were doing. This committee is asking the in depth of those who have, the people who committed these crimes, how they have been prosecuted, and the victims, how the victims have been compensated. Remember, even the Naira 10, the Ambazonian leaders who were arrested in Nigeria, and the Taraba 39, and the Nigerian government said they should release them and compensate them. Not only release them, but has Cameroon government respected that? No. So there are many things that the United Nations is coming in now to tell you that they are not joking. Okay, they are not joking, and they are coming for business. This is the start of a long situation. They thought that when they arrested Ayaba, that's how they were jubilating in Yaoundé. Oh, they have arrested Ayaba. They did not know that they were instead opening a case for them. Ayaba, I don't support what he was doing. I don't support what he did or whatever atrocity they say he committed. But we understand the game that La Republique is trying to play. La Republique was fighting for the extradition of Ayaba, thinking that Norway is like Nigeria, where they went there and gave some money to the Nigerian officials. They had to send all the leaders to Cameroon. Norway is not like Nigeria that can take bribe. Those people don't take bribe, man. If you want to see how the start of that investigation is going on, it is now. It's a long battle. So all the government officials, all those people who are involved, okay, get ready for a long drawn battle, because it will not be easy for you guys. It will not be easy for you guys. Yes. Okay. This is what Ambassador Tibonagi said. I want you to watch this tweet. Read it. Okay. He said, this is Ambassador Tibonagi. He said, delighted President Trump will nominate Senator Rubio for U.S. Senate Secretary of State. When I was Assistant Secretary of State, Rubio was among very few members of Congress showing great interest in justice for Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians. Now need unity more than ever for Ambazonians to make their case. That is Ambassador Tibonage. I hope you understand what he said. Delighted. This is someone who some people were castigating. Tibonagi. Who is Tibonagi? Oh, Tibonagi is a La Republique. They were saying all kinds of trash about Tibonage. But if you look at what is happening now, look at what is happening. Think of it. The people of Southern Cameroon, the people of Southern Cameroon have seen the importance of people like this. When Comrade Chris is inviting somebody like Tibonagi to the ABS TV and so on, so people say, Tibonagi, who is Tibonagi? These are the people who have been appointed by Trump. He was the Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs. It means that he was the head of all ambassadors in Africa. This is not a small position. Sometimes people just say things they don't know how. They just look at people. They say, who is Tibonagi? Who is Tibonagi? To be the head of all Secretary of State, all ambassadors in the whole Africa, you say he's no man. These are people who are talking with Trump direct. They'll talk with Trump. He already know that Marco Rubio will be appointed as Secretary of State. How do you know? We in America, we don't even have this information. But he are one of those insiders in the Trump administration. So when he said this, when I was Assistant Secretary of State, Rubio was among very few members of Congress showing great interest in justice for the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. So Marco Rubio is one of those people who ran for presidential candidate too, but he did not succeed, right? So he's saying that President Trump is going to appoint Marco Rubio to be the Secretary of State. So Secretary of State is just like Secretary d'Etat, just like what that crazy man is there, Ngongo, Secretary of State. But this is a role that this person will travel all over the world. Secretary of State, you remember any U.S. Secretary of State, like for example, Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State under Obama, right? She traveled. But they have a lot of influence because they exert a lot of pressure. A Secretary of State does not go to a country that, man, they know if the Secretary of State come to a country, know that that's America. They exert a lot of power. Okay, so what we are saying here is that there's a lot, from this Tibonagi's statement, but he always emphasized on the unity of the leaders. Okay, and I was very impressed when I heard Comrade Chris was talking that they have been talking, all the leaders have been talking. So that's a good step. Okay, people want to see the leaders talk. People want to see the leaders get together. People want to see the leaders speak on behalf of the people of Southern Cameroon. We have been so many years, 8 years in this crisis. People want to see solutions now. We are past gone those years of problem. Now we are in the era of problem solving. Because when you cannot solve problem for too long, it's better you step aside. That's how it is in any society. They put people who can solve problems. That's why they go elections and change, because the competence of people sometimes cannot surpass certain area. They start changing leaders. Okay, we want to see the leaders go to work. We want to see them talk together. We want to see at least one press conference where all Amazonian leaders will stand in that same conference, have a mic in front of them, and they talk that, we are just from this meeting with this. We the leaders of Ambazonia say this. That's what we want now. We don't want that say that, we are talking, but we are not seeing them together. We want to see all the Amazonian leaders talk in one voice, because this is the only thing that will encourage the international community to continue put that pressure, on La Republique to make sure that they go to negotiation and let's end this thing once and for all. Because the only way we can end this crisis is by going to negotiation and ending it officially. Okay, so we are hoping that that's going to happen. We are hoping that it's going to happen, and hopefully we're going to see that those changes and a lot of that. So just know that things are going in the right direction. Okay, the United Nations Committee on Torture just grilled Cameroon, the Cameroon government, on the atrocities in Ambazonia. So we are seeing how the international community is putting pressure on Cameroon to stop this genocide that they have been committing in Southern Cameroon for the past years. Okay, yeah. So it is just crazy because this government of Cameroon is a barbaric government. They use torture, they use intimidation, they use manipulation and exploitation to silence the people of Cameroon and the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Okay. Yes, because I've never seen a country that does not even care about its people. They don't care. They don't care how many people die. They don't care what's even happening. See something that happened in Chang, the Falaise Hill. There was a landslide. You do not even hear something from the government. But I saw a letter congratulating President Trump. When there's a landslide that people died, he has blocked the road. It's something like that. So you see, the government don't care. And day before that, there was an accident of how many people died. The government don't care how many lives are lost. They don't care what is happening. They don't care whether the youths have jobs or not. That's not their business. They run that government like a business empire. So anything that affects the general population, they don't care. The few mass. That's why someone said that if there is 100 million in that country, about the few people own like 80 million. Very few people own like 80 million. The rest of Cameroon own that 20 million. Because the few chunk of people have amassed a lot of wealth for themselves. And don't even think all the families of these ministers are already abroad. Their children don't even study in those in Cameroon. So don't fool yourself that you have ministers that are there. All those people, these senators, all these people, their children are abroad. Yes, their children are all abroad. Yeah. So just know that. So anything that happened there, they don't care. They don't go to hospitals in Cameroon. They don't go to their things in Cameroon. They don't go shopping in Cameroon. Somebody that does not shop in Cameroon, how do you think that person has interest of the country at heart? They send their children to Western country. How do you think they'll fix the schools there? So it's just crazy. Cameroon is the most lawless nation you can think about. Most lawless nation. It's just crazy. Yes. But this time around, with the help of the United Nations, with committees like this, that ambassador have never testified. This is the first time they are dragging him to come and testify. And the question they are asking him, about 100 questions that those people have been asking. So they need answers. Like probably now has to go and start preparing a long booklet of collection of answers to those questions that those guys are asking. So it's not something that they can just go like that. And if Cameroon does not do it, remember, the United Nations is a United Nation. Yes, they have powers to give you sanctions, especially when they give you the opportunity to clear the doubt and you don't do it. They'll give you sanctions. So That is what is happening. Many of our brothers and sisters are in Kondingi, some are in Buea, some are in Bamenda, under very harsh conditions. And some will stay there for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years without any trial. You know, that's a system with this French system where they arrest someone, put someone in jail. They don't even know whether the person is innocent. They will keep you there for 2 years, 3 years. When they have not judged you, you are not a criminal yet. You are a suspect. And until you go through that court process, and the judge say, okay, I sentence you, that is when you become liable or criminal. But somebody who is awaiting trial is going through all hell when you are not even convicted yet, to make you go through inhumane condition. But that's the situation. So we are working on, we're working with the United Nations. They'll consult us in the interim government. They'll consult whoever they want to consult. But we're waiting because our case is already won in the United Nations. That's why we're telling you people that this fight is a just fight. You see, these guys are reporting this thing about the people of Ambazonia. They want us to have our freedom. So don't worry about anything that they are talking about. Anything that they are talking about. The only thing that I retain is that our path to freedom is near. That's all. I don't care whatever they are trying to do there. Because what I know is that this is the first time that they are dragging Cameroon ambassador to the United Nations to come and answer questions. So it's not something to joke about. It's a serious business. And they'll pay for all what they have been doing. The government. Yeah. So that is it for today. God bless you, and make sure that you share as you're watching. Make sure you share. I see those watching on YouTube. Make sure you share. I see some people watching from Facebook. Yeah, please make sure you share. Thank you, and have a nice day. God bless you, and make sure you have a good time. God bless you, and God bless Ambazonia.